Alright, this video is going to be about using long division to divide 3-digit by 2-digit division. If we have time, we'll try a 4-digit by 2-digit division. I already have the first problem up on the paper here. 924 divided by 12. Just to make sure you're always aware, when you're doing long division, you want to make sure that the first number or the dividend is on the inside of the long division symbol and the divisor is on the outside to the left. Right? So the way this works is usually do 4 steps in working through long division problems, and I'll write it out just to reference. Usually we divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down, and I'll explain how that happens as we get through each step. Right? Now, first thing we do is we want to divide 924 by 12. Well, we could do that and get, our answer, and we, simplify this. But sometimes we don't quite know off the top of our head what 924 divided by 12 is. And so we start off by the first digit inside the long division. The inside meaning the dividend. So can 12 go into 9, or can we do 9 divided by 12 and get a whole number? No, we can't. So we're going to include the next digit, which is 92. So what is 92 divided by 12? Now we can count by 12s. If you notice, though, 12 is near 10 and 92 is near 90. You can think of whether 12 can go into 92 9 times. Although I know 10 times 9 is 90, and 2 times 9 is 18, so that's going to get us 108. That's way too high. If I try 8, I'll try 12, 10 times 8, which is 80, 2 times 8, which is 16, and 80 plus 16 is 96, still too high. So we'll try 7. That will work. 92 divided by 12 would get us 7 and something else, 7 point something. Then we go from dividing to multiplying. Well, let's actually multiply 12 times 7. 10 times 7 would be 70. 2 times 7 would get us 14. So 70 plus 14 is going to be 84. And that's our multiplying part of this step. Then we subtract. We subtract these two numbers, 92 minus 84, and we get 8. Then the last thing we do is we bring down. Then we bring down the next digit from the dividend and bring it with the 8, which was our difference that we found from subtracting 92 and 84. And then we start the process over again. So we're going to divide 84 divided by 12 to see what we get. Now, we see an 84 somewhere else. I see it here, and that came from multiplying 12 and 7. Well, if we do 84 divided by 12, we should think of the number 7 again. And so 84 divided by 12 is 7. We multiply it. 12 times 7 is 84. We bring that underneath. Then we subtract. 84 minus 84 is 0. And so our answer would be 77. And so what I would write here would be 77. All right? Now let's try it with the next, with the 4-digit by 2-digit division. I'll do it down below. Make sure I have some room. I will divide 3,456 by 24. Now, if I'm going to do this process, I need to make sure I put the numbers where they're supposed to go. Remember, the first number, which is a dividend, has to go into on the inside of the long division symbol, which means the divisor, the second number, the number in the denominator, would go on the outside and to the left. All right, now we ask this process again. Can we do 3 divided by 24 and get a whole number? No. Let's bring in the next digit, 34 divided by 24. Well, we'll get a whole number plus some, right? Something point something, right? Now, if I do 34 divided by 24, another way of asking that to divide is how many times can 24 go into 34 without going over? At least once. And I would put it above the digit that we're ending on, of which we're dividing. I wouldn't put it over the 3 because we're not doing 3 over 24, we're doing 34 over 24. So 24 can go into 34 one time. That's the division aspect. Now we multiply 24 times 1, which is 24. Then we subtract, and we get 10. Now I'm going to bring down, not 56, but just the next digit. 105 is what the new dividend becomes. And then we divide 105 into 24. Well, if I were to select a random number, if I do 6, well, I know 20 goes into 6, 100, or sorry, 20 times 6 would get us 120. That's not going to work for me. If I try 5, I know 20 goes into 5, or 20 times 5 is 100. But if I multiply 4 times 5, I'll get a 20, and that'll be too high. I'll get 120. So I'm going to go down by 1 and select 4. And then I'm going to multiply 24 times 4, and that will get me, well, 20 times 4 is 80. 4 times 4 is 16, and so 80 plus 16 is 96. And so that's what I'm going to subtract now. If I subtract 105 minus 96, I will get, let's see, that would be 9. Alright, and then the last thing I do is bring down again the last digit, 96. So now it's going to be 96 divided by 24. Now, let's space this out here so you can see everything one more time. Right. So if I want to divide 96 by 24, I have to think of a number that I can multiply 24 by, or think how many times can 24 get into 96 without going over. That would be exactly 4 times, because we already dealt with that before. So I'm going to multiply 24 times 4, subtract another 96. Alright, 24 times 4 is 96 here, but we did that was for this 4. And we do it again for that 4 and get 96 here. And we subtract that and get 0. And so, the answer, in this case, would be 144. That's our answer. So I hope that was helpful.